We just finished hooking up the lights on the on the M. And we were having problems with ground because I think most of the time they just have a wire that goes from the back of the lamp here. Goes from the back of the lamp and it just kind of connects to the housing of the light. But after painting everything, getting an actual good ground back to these lights was difficult. And so what we did is we ran power in, kind of similar to what you would do on your house. We have power in here, and all the lights are connected together. And then what we'd have is this red wire. This is actually a ground wire that comes off the back side of the lamp, and it goes out. And all these grounds tie back together to one central location back here where the battery connects. And so also the lamps we used, where's that light? Oh, right here. I got one here. The lamps we used aren't tractor lights at all. They're these halogen light bulbs. They're landscaping light bulbs. They're 12 volt, even though this is a 6 volt system. They were in a mega clearance bargain bin at, what store were they at?
They were at Home Depot.
At Home Depot. And instead of being, you can see they were originally about $8 instead of being, and then they were marked down to about $6, $5.98. But we actually paid $1 a piece for them. So we bought a whole bunch of those because they fit. They're really close to fitting. What you got to do is they're just a tiny bit smaller. And so what you do is you take a piece of inner tube, cut that out, wrap it around there to make like a rubber spacer. Kind of isolates the lamp, keeps it from rattling, and then it also clamps, and then you can just clamp it down. And that's what we've done on this. And see that light over there? It may not look factory, but they work. Here, flip the lights on, Dad. There they are. If you, like I say, these are 6 volt. It's a 6 volt system running a 12 volt bulb, so they're not as bright as they could be, but that's fine.
Yeah, and they were very inexpensive.
Yeah. So yeah, oh, flip them back on so we can see this back one. See, there's the back one. It's working too. Okay. And then we'll get the hood put back together. Here's the grill. I'll show you some pictures of the grill, the way that it was when we took it off. I did some hammering on it, pounded out some dents. We had some dents. I'll point at them. We had a bunch of dents down here and up here. It's kind of caved in. Just got my mallet and pounded them out. And then the hood, where's the hood? Same thing with the hood. The hood was pretty mangled and beat up. Spent some time straightening that. It still is a little bit warped, but when you set it on top of there and bolt it down, it pulls it into place and it looks pretty good. So yep, there's the hood. I'll show you what we did for the Model M 3-point hitch. We took the belt pulley off up there and using some patterns that we found online, made that that 3rd point bracket. And then for the lower arms, what we did, this hitch right here that you can see, that is off of a Model A parts tractor that we had. And so we used that drawbar and this kind of bracket assembly, just bolted it right to these 1/2-inch pieces of steel. Those 1/2-inch pieces of steel go over and bolt on to that big piece of angle iron right there. That big piece of angle iron we had just scrap. We just drilled some holes right here and back there and mounted it onto the tractor right there on both sides, you can see. Now these brackets right here, They came off of the M hitch that we pulled off of this. We aren't going to be using that hitch anymore. It was bent up anyway. And so we took those brackets, we welded them to this big piece of angle, and we put these pins through it to connect to the lift arms. The lift arms right here are from, we bought those there for an 8N Ford. They may be a little bit long. We may need to cut a couple of inches out of them right here and weld them back together, but that's okay for now. That'll work. And that hitch is going to be a lot more useful for us than this over here. This hitch that came on the M. It's bent up a little bit, and we don't have any implements that mount and go with it, so that's that.